Twin disc model in terms of design, it gets the extended tank cowl, the sporty body graphics, the engine cowl, and also most importantly, as the name suggests, a split seat layout. So this comes up as a follow-up to the sudden surprise launch of the Pulsar 125. Anywhere around 70,000 rupees. Now first, let's just go ahead and look at the differences between the Pulsar Neon 125 and the Pulsar 125 split seat model. Now please note that the official specs are not yet out, but as per my assumption, this split seat model gets the same engine along with the same power and torque figures. We also get an engine cowl just like the Pulsar 150 twin disc model. We then have the carbon fiber cues for the side panels, which look absolutely awesome. We also get split rear grab bars compared to the single grab bar on the Neon 125. Now everything else remains the same: the brakes, the tires, the clip-on handlebars, the carbon fiber cues on the speedo console, the satin chrome finish to the exhaust heat shield, the wolf-eyed headlamp, and the twin LED strips tail lamp, which is a hallmark design element of the Pulsar family. Now both the bikes get combined braking system, which works similar to Honda's combi brake system. Now how this works is each time you use the rear brake, the front brake is engaged automatically to offer a more controlled and secure braking mechanism, and this reduces the overall braking distance significantly. But please note that CBS is completely different from ABS. With CBS, the wheels will lock up under harsh braking scenarios and the bike would skid easily, especially on wet road surfaces like these where I'm performing the braking test today. But the advantage with CBS is that the braking distance is reduced significantly. In case of the ABS, the bike does not skid because the wheels do not lock up. Capacity, I believe, is the same as that of the Neon 125, which is 11.5 liters. Now for those who think and feel bad that it looks identical to the Pulsar 150 twin disc model, well, let me tell you that the 150 twin disc model gets better equipment compared to this Pulsar 125 split seat model. We get fatter tires on the 150 twin disc with a 120/80 rear tire compared to the 100/90 rear tire on this bike. We get fatter 37mm front forks compared to the thinner front forks on this bike. We get a larger 260mm front disc on the Pulsar 150 twin disc compared to the 240mm front disc on the Pulsar family, which is why we see them clearly bragging about that in the promo campaigns for these new Pulsar 125 twins, because it's not just the body of the Pulsar that these 125cc twins don. Now these bikes undeniably get the soul of the bigger Pulsars as well. The state of tune that the engine is in reminds you of the Pulsar factor. You don't feel like you're riding a Discover engine disguised as a Pulsar. It is indeed a Pulsar engine that is in a slightly detuned state to maximize economy while also offering the sporty character of India's favorite sport bike. A top speed of 116 km per hour is pretty impressive for a 125cc bike, considering that the Pulsar 135LS of the yesteryears used to come with a top speed claim of 112 km per hour. The other commuters in the segment manage somewhere around 95 to 100 km per hour, so the Pulsar will continue to set your pulses racing now even in the 125cc category. The power plant I'm hoping is the same as the one featured on the Neon 125. Now, powering this bike is a 4-stroke 2-valve DTSI twin-spark 124.4cc engine that puts out 12 PS of max power at 8,500 RPM and 11 Newton meters of max torque at 6,500 RPM. Now the best thing about this bike, just like what I had highlighted during my Neon 125 review, is that we get a 5-speed gearbox for that extra bit of thrust towards the top end. The engine is creamy refined as always with zero vibrations even while doing 116 km per hour. The acceleration is clean and linear. You don't get the instant torque right from the word go.